It's 4:30 on WKYT this morning. Lexington police are involved in an ongoing standoff with an armed suspect. We'll have the details for you just ahead.
A well-known Pulaski County businessman is in critical condition after police say he accidentally shot himself.
And cleanup of a rock slide is ahead of schedule on a portion of Interstate 75. We have some good news out of northern Tennessee.
This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning, and it's so good to have you with us on WKYT. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Michelle Chamberlain. And I-75, that is good news. I drove that this weekend, and it puts you back about 45 minutes.
Right, and so now the word is they're going to open up southbound early, so we'll get the details on that. Nice morning out there. Noticed a sprinkle or two coming in.
Yeah, it started to rain a little bit, yeah.
Check in with Micah. He's in our First Alert Weather Center. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, it all depends on where you are today. If you're east and southeast of I-75, that is the best bet to stay dry during the daylight hours. What we're seeing right now, what you see on the screen, it doesn't really move that much. It basically stays in that region, that whole system. A lot of this is moving northeast, but the whole system doesn't really budge eastbound. So the showers are moving northeast, but the system's kind of staying put. So if you're getting showers right now, trust me, you're going to have that pretty much all day long. But down toward the southeast, it looks pretty good and actually feels really nice. 62 degrees now in Jackson. We're at 68 degrees, almost 70 degrees in Richmond. We get towards your afternoon, right around 70 with that rain chance in the forecast. I'm going to show you not only who has the best chance of rain, but also how much you're going to be picking up coming up in a few minutes.
All right, see you then. Let's get to the news.
We are tracking developing news this morning. Lexington police are currently involved in an ongoing standoff with an armed suspect.
Police say the incident began around 10:30 last night when an officer attempted to pull over a stolen vehicle. They say the driver took off on foot and ran inside the corner liquor store on Newtown Pike. We're told the man is still inside the store this morning and refusing to come out. Police have had that store surrounded for several hours now. They say the suspect is believed to be armed and potentially suicidal. The ongoing standoff could have an impact on your morning commute as all lanes of Newtown Pike are shut down between BCTC and 3rd Street. Police say a portion of Georgetown Road is also shut down. We'll stay on top of that story this morning. State police need your help in finding those responsible for arsons in 3 eastern Kentucky counties. Since New Year's Day, police say 6 fires in Jackson, Lee, and Owsley counties have destroyed campers and even a few homes. And police say some of the fires may be connected. WKYT's Garrett Weimer has an update on the investigation.
Little is left now among ash and scrap where a home once stood at the corner of 2 rural roads in Jackson County. State police say it's a similar picture 5 other places across the region.
You know, we don't see that many fires in that small of a proximity just happen.
4 fires destroyed campers and a shed at campgrounds on Shoemaker Ridge in Lee County. Another fire destroyed a home in rural Owsley County. As the number of fires grew in the days and weeks after the first 2, investigators say it became increasingly obvious that it was arson. That came as no surprise to folks who live near what used to be this home in Jackson County. The circumstances sounded fishy to them the day of the fire a few weeks ago, when they say the house burned down just hours after someone who lived there was kicked out. In Lee County, police believe the fires on Shoemaker Ridge could be connected. 2 happened in the same day, 3 on the same property, belonging to out-of-town owners who bought it as a weekend getaway.
Nobody wants to lose their property, you know, and obviously that makes you feel really uncomfortable about even going back to the area. If you know that somebody intentionally burned your property, you know, you never know what could actually come next.
In Jackson County, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
And state police say arson cases are often solved thanks to tips that people call in. The Arson Task Force is offering a $1,000 reward for information that leads to an arrest and conviction for any of the fires.
Firefighters are trying to figure out what caused a fire that destroyed an eastern Kentucky business. The fire started overnight Tuesday at Joe's Meat Market on Highway 30 East in Owsley County. There are eyewitness videos from the scene. Firefighters say they called in help from Lee County to put out the fire. They say they did save some buildings on the property, but yesterday afternoon, firefighters say part of the fire rekindled and they had to go back to the business to put it out.
A Lexington women's clinic being sued by the state has stopped performing abortions for now. According to our news partners at the Herald Leader, EMW Women's Clinic on Burt Road is waiting until a judge rules next week on the state's request for the clinic to stop abortions. A lawsuit filed by Governor Bevin's administration claims the clinic has been performing abortions without a license. State investigators also claimed the clinic had expired medicine and some unsanitary conditions. Well, they say all signs are pointing to vandalism. The Mercer County Sheriff's Office says after nearly 24 road signs and mailboxes have been destroyed around the county, they have some problems there.
Yeah, and replacing them is not cheap. So now a reward has been offered in the case. WKYT's Monique Blair talked to someone whose mailbox was damaged.
She didn't know exactly what happened, but she heard a loud truck and then she heard a big bang. And so that's evidently what they were doing.
Exactly who is doing this is still a mystery, but Wednesday morning, in the latest string of vandalism across the county, Denise Driscoll and several of her neighbors on Monday's Landing woke up to damaged mailboxes.
They smashed it here on this side and just kind of smashed it over. The front door was hanging off, the back was hanging down. He did a good job fixing it.
Now, it's not only mailboxes that have been damaged, but also several street signs. You can see this stop sign out here on Warwick Road has pretty extensive damage to it.
This was still standing, but now our neighbors, I think they got their post and their mailbox.
Mercer County Sheriff Ernie Kelty says at least 20 street signs and mailboxes have been mutilated. He says it appears some of them with an axe. So now the fiscal court, along with police, are offering up to a $1,500 reward for information that leads to the arrest and conviction of whoever is responsible.
It is a big deal. I mean, you're fooling with people's property. You're tearing up people's property that they work hard to pay for. So, I mean, it's not funny. It's not funny at all. You know, if these kids are out vandalizing people's property, they need to be at home. They need to find something better to do.
In Mercer County, Monique Blair, WKYT.
The sheriff says the road signs cost Mercer County $42 each, but that doesn't include the cost of resetting the signs.
Time this morning is 4:37 on WKYT. Investigators say a truck stolen from a Whitley County business has turned up in Georgia. The Whitley County Sheriff's Office charged 43-year-old Hobart Ellswick with theft. Deputies say the truck was stolen from Edgewood Mobile Homes back on February 18th. And they say police in Georgia later arrested Ellswick for shoplifting at a store. And they found the truck outside that business. Deputies say Ellswick used to work for Edgewood Mobile Homes.
Investigators are trying to figure out what led to an accidental shooting that badly injured a well-known Pulaski County businessman. Ward Carell is currently listed in critical condition at UK Hospital. Police say he was at his Pulaski County home alone when they believe he accidentally shot himself early Wednesday morning. But they're not sure why he was handling a gun at the time.
When the EMS units arrived, the residence was locked from the inside, so they were forced to make entry into the residence.
Carell is known in southern Kentucky for building Cumberland Lake Shell and other businesses. Pulaski County leaders say he's often given back to the community.
A woman accused of killing her ex-boyfriend in Marion County says he is not guilty. 33-year-old Brandy Roth answered to a murder charge yesterday. She's being held on a $1 million cash bond. On Monday, police say she shot 48-year-old Timothy Hahn at his home in the St. Francis community. Hahn's family claims after the shooting, Roth ransacked the house and then tried to steal his truck.
It was cold-blooded murder. For her to shoot him that many times and then steal his truck and his guns, she had no remorse.
Timothy Hahn's family says Roth once lived with him, but he kicked her out several months ago.
It's been 40 years since 26 men were killed in a mine disaster in Letcher County. On March 9, 1976, an explosion ripped through the Scotia mine, killing 15 miners. Another explosion 2 days later killed 11 more. Investigators say a buildup of methane gas due to inadequate ventilation caused the explosions. Many in the community say they haven't forgotten the disaster.
It was something that stuck not only in our memories because of the pain and the experience that we had, it's something that everyone in the country knew.
The Scotia mine disaster led to the passage of stricter federal safety requirements and more training for miners. But yesterday, a Kentucky Senate committee approved 2 bills that would roll back some of Kentucky's mine safety laws. One would end state safety inspections of coal mines, turning over the responsibility to federal inspectors. The other would end mandatory state safety training for mine foremen.
A nearly 20-mile stretch of southbound I-75 has reopened in Tennessee. Crews removed barriers for the southbound lanes near Jellicoe last night. On February 26th, the Tennessee Department of Transportation closed all lanes of Interstate 75 just south of the Kentucky state line because of a big rock slide. The northbound lanes of I-75 are still closed in that area as crews are continuing to work to stabilize the hill where the rock slide happened. But they do expect to have at least one northbound lane reopened by March 24th. So hopefully they'll be ahead of schedule on that side as well.
It's great news with spring break right around the corner.
You got it. I think that may have been a factor in why they were trying to get things done early. 4:41 on WKYT this morning. So good to have you with us. And we're just getting started on your Thursday.
That's right. Not sure if your doctor is really listening to you. It could be time to switch. More details just ahead in today's Mom Every Day.
Yeah, we're going to be dealing with some rain, finally talking about something other than the temperatures. I'm going to show you who's going to be seeing the rain today, coming up next.
Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
You can actually hear the showers falling on the rooftops here at the studio at WKYT. We're over here on Winchester Road just off of I-75. And right here in Lexington, we're going to have showers pretty much on and off all day long. Now, if you go southeast of us, go into places like Estill County, go off into maybe even Madison County. We won't see that much rain today. So it's really a fine line of you're going to get soaked or you might not see any rain at all. Let me go through it real quick and show you where the rain is and where it's moving at the moment. Williamstown, you're socked in all day long. That goes for Newcastle, Harmony. Make your way northbound across I-71. I-71 has been the hot spot on these models the past few days. So we've been talking about the past few days. This area up toward the north and northwest could pick up anywhere from 1 to 2 inches of rain. Right now, here in Lexington, we're picking up some showers heading toward Paris as you head up toward Bourbon County. So just keep in mind, you will have some showers, none of this even any thunderstorms. We're not expecting many thunderstorms in the next few days, especially no severe weather. But nonetheless, still going to have those showers. They're more of a nuisance than anything else. Highway 68 as you travel through Marion County and Taylor County, it is a wet go at it this morning, and that goes for Bluegrass Parkway too. So here's the breakdown. If you want to see one graphic on my forecast, check this out. This is what you want to see. Where the green shade is, that's basically where the system sets up and does not move. We're not going to see it move eastbound until we actually hit late afternoon off into the evening hours. It's possible through this region, anywhere from Moorhead down towards, say, McKee and off towards Somerset, London, Corbin area. That's where you could see a few showers here and there. But where you are seeing the green, that is going to be rain on and off all day long. It just doesn't move, and it will add up pretty rapidly, too. I do expect some zones to the north and the west to actually pick up 1 to 2 inches of rain throughout your day. And then you go down toward the southeast, you guys won't see rain until later on this evening and off into the night. This is rain through sunset, okay? Sunset being 6:45, roughly. And you can see, down toward the southeast, it's highly unlikely that you actually even get a drop in that region through 7 p.m. So walking outside this morning, if you're in Frankfort, it's wet. If you're down in Jackson, it's amazing feeling outside, 62 degrees and dry. Here's the breakdown the next 24 hours as we have those rain chances on and off. Seems like all day long, especially for Lexington, north and westbound. We go off into the evening and night, and that rain is still there, but you know what? It's starting to fade away. I would say 5 to 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. We are looking at those temperatures at 45 and staying dry as that rain slowly but surely gets on out of here. That means Friday afternoon will be fantastic, 65, and also with a mixture of sun and clouds. The weekend, Saturday, only a small chance of rain, but Sunday looks like your better opportunity to pick up some scattered showers and thunderstorms. This is a pretty active forecast, but as you can see on there, there's only one day past today that you actually have a pretty decent chance of rain at 60% on Sunday. So for the most part, you get some scattered showers out and about. You get a couple of rumbles of thunder. That's about it. I wouldn't cancel any plans on any of these days.
This warm weather is nice.
It
I'm
is.
enjoying
Nice.
it.
It's a great
The
feeling.
temperature is the best part.
Yeah,
You know, a little
absolutely.
sprinkle we'll deal with, right? All right, it's 4:47 on WKYT. Have you thought about switching primary care doctors?
If so, today's Mom Everyday Minute has advice on when you should.
Hi, today we're with Lisette Khalil from Wisconsin Women's Health Foundation, and we're talking about choosing doctors. Once you choose your doctor, you don't have to stay with that doctor forever.
You do not. It's okay to break up with your doctor if it's not working.
And that happens. How do you know? How do you know when you should switch?
Well, at the very least, people should feel that they're being taken seriously and that they're respected. If you don't feel like your questions are getting answered, if you don't feel comfortable asking questions, it's a sign you probably need to make a change.
And how do you go about doing that? What's your advice?
To always know where you're headed before you leave. So have a new doctor before you leave your current one. And then ask questions to the new care provider that you're considering. What's important to you, and is that a match with how they practice?
And things change over time. It may have started out good, but it might change after you have kids or whatever.
Absolutely, and that's okay.
For these tips and more, just go to WKYT.com and click on Moms Every Day.
And you'll find the latest news and weather right there as well. And, of course, info about the Cats playing in the SEC.
Exciting time of year.
4:48 on WKYT this morning. A lot more news is on the way.
It was a rollicking debate in Miami last night as Democratic presidential candidates made their cases to voters. We've got the highlights after the break.
Welcome back into WKYT this morning. It's 4:51, bright and early.
Definitely early.
Yeah, it is that.
The Democratic presidential candidates faced each other in Miami Wednesday night. Senator Bernie Sanders is fresh from a surprise victory in Michigan, where he squeaked out a win over Hillary Clinton in defiance of the polls.
But Clinton's commanding lead in the delegate count means Sanders' work is far from done. And Kim Hutcherson has more.
Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders called for comprehensive immigration reform and a path to citizenship in their opening statements at the Univision debate Wednesday, but both faced tough questions from moderators. Clinton was asked about her loss in Michigan.
I won one of the contests and lost another close one. This is a marathon, and it's a marathon that can only be carried out by the kind of inclusive campaign that I'm running.
Sanders was questioned about Clinton's commanding delegate lead.
You know, when we began this campaign, I was 3% in the polls. We have come a long way in 10 months.
Clinton discussed her emails.
It wasn't the best choice. I made a mistake. It was not prohibited. What we've got here is a case of overclassification.
Both refused to call Donald Trump a racist when asked directly, but both criticized the Republican frontrunner soundly.
I was the first one to call him out. I called him out when he was calling Mexicans rapists, when he was engaging in rhetoric that I found deeply offensive. I said, basta.
The American people are never going to elect a president who insults Mexicans.
The candidates also answered a series of in-depth questions about their support for various pieces of immigration-related legislation, and both disavowed the deportation of children. We'll know what voters thought next Tuesday when they go to the polls in the delegate-rich states of Ohio, Missouri, Illinois, and Florida. I'm Kim Hutcherson reporting.
And the next round of primaries will occur on March 15th.
Republican frontrunner Donald Trump is planning another trip to the region this weekend. He's planned a rally in Cincinnati at the Duke Energy Center Sunday at noon. That's 2 days before the Ohio primary. Trump held a rally in Louisville last week, just days before the Kentucky Republican caucus.
It's going to be interesting up there. Kasich, of course, the governor of Ohio, and then here's Trump with maybe a slight lead in some of the polls up there, so we will see.
Should be interesting.
In just a moment, we'll take a look at some of the stories that we're working on for you this morning.
And we'll have another look at your morning forecast coming up.
Good morning. Welcome back into WKYT this morning on your Thursday. It's 4:57. It's still early.
It is early. I need to get a cup of coffee.
You'll be all right.
Now it's time to take a look at some of the stories we're working on this morning.
Lexington police are still involved in a standoff with an armed suspect. The standoff started late last night at a liquor store on Newtown Pike. Now, coming up at 5, we'll take you live to the scene and get the latest on this ongoing situation. We're going to check weather for you this morning. It's pretty nice out there.
It is nice, you know, but when I opened the door, there were some sprinkles, so you have to do that, you know, cover the hair, can't get the hair wet.
Oh, I know all about that.
Yeah, you know about that.
Let's check in with Micah.
Yeah, it kind of depends on where you are. If you're east and southeast, no rain, it feels great. West, we have some rain. We'll talk about that coming up with another 2 hours. WKYT News.